After a dramatic 2 weeks that's seen President Donald Trump contract COVID-19, enter the Walter Reed Medical Center and make an apparent speedy recovery, he's now back on the campaign trail. His first stop, Central Florida, where thousands gathered to welcome him back. Following the example of the president, many in the crowd didn't wear masks and social distancing was non-existent. As Florida Governor Ron DeSantis entered the rally, he gave high fives to the crowd before touching his face. President Trump told supporters he's never felt better.
I went through it. Now they say I'm immune. I feel so powerful. I'll walk into that audience. I'll walk in there. I'll kiss everyone in that audience. I'll kiss the guys and the beautiful women and everybody. I'll just give you a big fat kiss.
Any thoughts that the president might change his tone after contracting the virus were quickly dispelled. Despite rising cases in many states and flu season fast approaching, the president says his approach was right all along.
The cure cannot be worse, but if you don't feel good about it, if you want to stay, stay. Relax, stay. But if you want to get out there, get out.
In Ohio, Democratic candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden talked to auto workers, touting his experience in tackling the economic woes faced by many. He placed the blame for the COVID-19 death count, now in excess of 210,000, squarely with the president.
He didn't want to panic the American people. That's why he said nothing. We don't panic. America doesn't panic. But Trump panicked. His reckless personal conduct since his diagnosis has been unconscionable. The longer Donald Trump is president, the more reckless he seems to get.
In the coming days, President Trump will travel to Pennsylvania, Iowa and North Carolina, all important states in November's election. For President Trump's supporters, this was a triumphant return after a worrying few days. For critics, yet another example of the president flouting basic medical guidelines. Joe Biden is leading in the polls here in Florida, a state Trump must win. Joe Biden will be here on Tuesday as the election draws ever closer. Andy Gallacher, Al Jazeera, Miami, Florida.
Well, Aaron Carl is director of debate at the University of Michigan. He says Trump needs to appeal to voters beyond his base to ensure his re-election.
These rallies generally are with his base, people that are predisposed to vote for him, likely voted for him in 2016. But in order to win re-election, he's going to need to reach out further than that to moderate independent voters, maybe people that voted for Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012 were disaffected, voted for President Trump in 2016, but then went Democratic in 2018. The president's done a great job with his base, but it's only between 30 and 40%, and he needs that additional 5 to 10% of independents and moderates, and he needs to get his message a little bit further. He's been off the campaign trail for 12 days, and this is the most important time. Right now, there's only about 3 weeks until the election, so they have to get him out there. All these campaign rallies, they also register new voters and get voters activated, and so I think a big part of it is trying to get people that maybe didn't even vote for him in 2016, but are interested in the message, coming to the rally with friends to get them to sign up and vote. They need an even larger turnout of his base supporters, white voters, those without a college degree that are typically considered his base, even more to turn out and register to vote that did in 2016 for him to have any chance of winning re-election. Seniors are skeptical how seriously President Trump is treating coronavirus and what his plan is going forward in terms of masks and contact tracing and even vaccine distribution, and they're the most vulnerable. And so, yes, a signal like this is not positive, and seniors are a big part of the voting constituency in Florida, and so it doesn't send the right message. And seniors could determine this election, if not Florida, but other states. They're crucial because they're such dependable voters.